Hey guys, 𝐷𝐿 here, back with another Dead by Daylight Survivor Tips video. I see a lot of people, whether it's in the live streams or in the comments, they're always asking me, what are the best perks? What are the best teachable perks? And who should I focus on leveling up first? Now, from a Survivor standpoint, many of these perks are good, but most of them are situational. You're going to find yourself, if you have them equipped, you're not going to be using them from game to game. And after spending a ridiculous amount of time playing as a Survivor in Dead by Daylight, leveling up to high ranking, and using a bunch of different perk combinations, what I'm going to share with you is the build that I use. Dead by Daylight is constantly being balanced, and for the longest period of time, the survivors did have the advantage in the matches, but through the course of game balancing, maps being redesigned, and the addition of new killers and new killer perks, that power has now shifted to the killers. And that's where that power should be. The survivors should be afraid of the killers. What we were dealing with for a long time is a situation where players were not afraid of the killers because they knew they could take a hit, and they knew they could get away by using those map loops. Now the killers are faster and stronger, they can one-hit you into the dying state, and what we're seeing now is more matches where no one escapes, and situations where once you're chased, you just don't get away. So the game has now become more of a game focused on stealth and awareness. These are perks I feel are relevant in all matches. They normally have an impact on a match, and they're good for low-level ranking matches all the way up to high-ranking matches. So my number one perk is Claudette's self-care, and I'm not sure that's ever going to change. Having that ability to heal yourself is the difference between being able to take a hit and being down on the ground. It's so beneficial not having to rely on med kits or another person to heal you. The times when I didn't have this perk equipped, I would find myself wandering around the map looking for someone else to heal me or looking for a chest to search, hoping that there'd be a med kit inside there. For that reason, I would absolutely recommend to any new player to level up Claudette first to unlock the self-care teachable. My number 2 perk is Premonition. At tier 3, this perk is going to give you an auditory warning when you're looking in the direction of the killer and that killer is within 36 meters. And that's not the direction your character is facing, it's the direction you have your camera facing. So once you get experienced at hitting your skill checks while rotating the camera, you're basically going to have a 180-degree early warning system. And that gives you a 36-meter head start on avoiding the killer or leaving the area the killer is approaching. With Premonition equipped, I find myself completely eliminating those situations where I'm working on a generator, then out of nowhere the killer's on top of me. Premonition trumps all killer invisibility and terror radius perks, so you're going to know when the Wraith is approaching in stealth or when Michael is heading your way while stalking. Premonition also is great when another survivor is on the hook in determining if the killer is camping them or not. Once you get near that hook, you're going to get that auditory warning, then you're going to know they're near that hook. Overall, I just feel the more information you have about your surroundings in Dead by Daylight, the better off you're going to be, and Premonition gives you that. My number 3 perk is Lightweight. Your footprints last 10 seconds, 7 seconds of those are full visibility, but then they begin fading out at 4 seconds, with the last 2 to 3 being barely visible. With Lightweight at tier 3, this will give a killer with no perks affecting the footsteps around 3 to 4 seconds of visibility. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but when comboed up with the 36-meter head start you're going to get from Premonition, you can sprint out of an area and your footprints are going to be gone before they even get there. And in instances where you're being chased, I know sometimes it feels like it's impossible to get away from those killers. They're so fast. But what Lightweight is going to do, it's going to give you just that little extra you need to confuse them and get away. And at the number 4 slot, this is the wildcard slot. You can put a lot of different perks in here, but what I've decided to use is Dwight's Bond. One of the keys to staying hidden and staying away from the killer and out of harm's way is having as much knowledge about what's going on around you as much as possible. And at tier 3 with Bond, you can see the auras of any teammates up to 36 meters away. You know, generally, it's pretty useful to know what other people are doing around you. If you know what they're doing, then that can help you in making smart decisions. If you see 2 people going for a hook rescue, then there's really no reason for you to go also. If someone is running towards you with the killer in tow, it's good to know exactly where they're running to so you can avoid them or you can assist them. I'm sure you've ran into the situation where someone's being chased, they're in your area, and you're trying to leave the area, but you just don't know exactly where they're at, and you end up running into the killer. Or you stay put, the killer sees you, and then starts chasing you instead of chasing them. So what Bond does, it just gives you that little extra information that you need. Overall, if I had to put one word on this build, it would be consistent. With these 4 perks equipped, I find myself consistently staying out of danger and avoiding the killer, consistently getting more generators up and running, rescuing more people from hooks, and most importantly, escaping. I attribute that mostly to Premonition and Bond providing that map awareness that you just normally wouldn't have, and then you factor in that stealth and escapability that Lightweight provides, and then to put it over the top, you add in that self-care to be able to heal yourself. What you end up with is 4 perks that really complement one another well, and have worked wonders for me. I know some people probably won't have access to Bond, especially if you're leveling Claudette at the time, trying to get self-care, or you just don't want to use Bond. Some other perks that I've used in that 4th slot that work pretty well. One is Unbreakable. That works great. It gives you the ability to recover faster in the dying state, and once per match, it's going to give you the ability to get up off the ground when you're dying. I know that sounds pretty situational, but actually now with every killer having the ability to one-hit you through the use of perks, hexes, or consumables, this situation actually comes up a lot, where the killer has more than one person on the ground, and you can use this to get up and get away. The other perk I would consider using is Borrowed Time, especially if you're the type of person that goes for a lot of hook rescues. The only reason I kind of downgrade Borrowed Time now is that they changed it so that when you go for a hook rescue, even if you don't take a hit, but if you're in the killer's terror radius, it's still going to be used up, and for that reason, that's why I downgrade that now. It seems to be not as useful as it was before. So guys, there are the 4 perks I use. I don't know if I would necessarily say that they are the best perks, but I think when you use the 4 of them together, it gives you a set of really useful perks in any match, regardless of the killer you're going against. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, I really would appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a good one.
He's not gonna let me get it. Oh, he's just running from each one. What's sad is he's kicking him. I've got 4 up above 50 and he just keeps kicking him. He's got me. You're awesome. You're awesome. He knocked me down in the reeds with the chainsaw spinning, and now he can't find me. It's pregnant deer stalker on. No, he can't. He can't. He's gonna get me. I don't have enough time. This guy's an idiot! I'm getting up. I got up! Oh my god.